The president earlier spoke at a town hall meeting. Today, House Democrats appear to have reached a compromise on the subject he was addressing, health care reform. They have reached an agreement there with the conservative members of their own party, the Blue Dogs. It cuts the cost, this agreement, of the bill by over $100 billion. It also includes a public plan to compete with private insurers, which Republicans say is a non-starter for them. One of those Republicans joins me now from Capitol Hill, Congressman John Shadegg, a member of the House committees with jurisdiction over health care reform. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us today. Let me first ask if you're concerned that it looks like the Blue Dogs here have caved in, at least in the House. It looks like the wheels are starting to move in the other direction and that this could actually get done. How much does that concern you?
Well, John McCain said last night, look, the Blue Dogs are more bark than bite, and he predicted confidently that they would cave, and cave pretty quick. Less than 12 hours later, they did exactly that. They caved. I just heard you say that they believe they've saved $100 billion. I'll believe that when I see it. What it looks to me like they got was an agreement to agree. That is, they've gotten some minor concessions now. They're going to let the bill go forward through committee now. But they've gotten a promise that they'll be allowed to change the bill after the markup ends. I think that promise is not bankable. I think, in point of fact, once the bill clears committee, those so-called conservative Democrats will be kind of hanging in the wind and not get any further changes whatsoever.
Well, and the problem, of course, is how do we pay for all of this? What do you think is the best way to do that if we have to indeed pay for it somehow?
Well, we can pay for this by not doing a lot of it and by doing what needs to be done. Let me explain what I mean by that. This bill massively increases the size of the federal government and has all kinds of top-down Washington government commands. It creates a new commissioner who's more powerful than anybody in Washington but the president. And it doesn't empower consumers to drive down costs. The real problem in healthcare in America is that the costs are going up too quickly. If we empower individual Americans to be able to take their employer's plan or turn it down and go buy their own plan on the same tax-preferred basis that their employers can buy it, the market will drive those costs down. And when those costs are driven down, we can afford to insure the uninsured who aren't covered right now.
All right, Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. Congressman John Shadegg there, coming to us from Capitol Hill.